Yeah, yeah.
Cecelia, oh, and Mama J.
We teach your girl child virtue. We teach your girl child good value. We raise an awesome female child to change our world. Together building a wholesome, God-fearing girl child. Changing their world for a better place. Here we share love in abundance. Shaping a girl child one at a time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Girl Child podcast. How are you doing today? We are so glad and happy that you're joining us. I believe people are still coming. Welcome, Mama J. How are you doing, Ma? And
I'm
sorry
very
for
good.
yes, Ma. So good to see you again. I
Good to
see that
see you
most
too.
people they have not joined. We're hoping that they are going to join shortly. How are you doing, Ma? How is your day going? And how is your weekend going? I hope you're
I'm
enjoying.
fine. Yes, indeed. Yes. How are you doing too? Hope you're doing great. And how is
Yes.
everybody?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
our audience? How are you all doing? For our girls, it's summertime. I hope you're enjoying your summer. I hope you're for those that are already on holidays, I hope you are enjoying it. For those that are about to, I hope you are planning to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think everyone is enjoying their
Okay.
holiday. Sorry, I have to rush in. I have to change our banner. Yeah, we have the right one now. Yeah, sorry for the delay and everything. So good to see you again, Ma. And thank you for always doing this. Uh, Thank you for
Hello.
putting into all this. Can you hear me? I can hear you very well.
Oh, all right. I can hear you now.
Okay. I say thank you for always doing this and thank you for pouring into all this. And
Yeah.
I think my girls are going to join shortly too. Uh, yeah, I think it's been awesome generally. The summer break, it's been so awesome and amazing. And I believe the kids from US also, they are enjoying their summer break. They're going to resume by August. Most kids are going to resume by August. So I believe they're enjoying their summer break now. Uh, it's actually so beautiful to have a break from the normal 8 to 5 running up and down trying to get kids. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
such an awesome time.
Yeah. I
Yes,
can
I think uh,
relate.
I think we can go ahead and they'll just join us. I believe we have 2 people online already. I think we can just go ahead. If you
Okay.
want to lead us into today's topic introduction, that would be good, Ma.
Okay. All right. Want to welcome everybody. If you are joining live, you are going to watch this later.
Mm,
Welcome to this edition of
mm,
Shaping a Female Child. And
yes.
I want to believe that in all our previous episodes, you
Mm,
have gained, you have learned one or two things. And I know, and I want to believe that you have been making use of all of the things that you have been learning, not
mm,
that you're just joining and, you're just the same. I want to
mm,
believe that you are better. That's the essence of all of this, to be better human beings, to be better girls, to be better friends, to be better siblings, to be better daughters, to be a better person generally. All right.
Yes.
So that's why today's topic is quite crucial, and I love
Mm-hmm.
it a lot. Today we are going
Mm-hmm.
to be talking about our emotions. We're going to be
Yeah.
talking about our emotions. We're going to be talking
Mm.
about how you can master your emotions, how you can manage your emotions. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I want to believe that every one of us, everybody at the end of this episode, you're going to you're going to be better at your emotions. All right. So let's get into it. Shall I? Should I? Can I?
Yeah. Yes,
Or
ma, you can. Yes.
okay. All right. So every one of us have emotions,
Mm-hmm.
and we have good emotions. We have the positive emotions. Let me use that word, positive and negative.
Yeah.
We have the positive emotions, we have the negative emotions. So sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are angry, sometimes you are sad, sometimes you are feeling down, sometimes you are hungry, sometimes you are hurt, sometimes you are anxious. All of these things that you feel, they are all emotions. And
Mm-hmm.
God gave us these emotions. God puts these emotions in us because, of course, you cannot be a bland person. You can't just be and you are not you don't have you're not feeling anything. So as long as you're feeling something, it shows that you are human. You are human. You are surviving. All of your sense organs are working perfectly.
Working.
That's why you
Mm,
can be happy. That's why
mm,
you can be sad. That's why
mm,
you can feel jealous. That's why
mm,
you can be disappointed. That's why you can
mm,
be excited. That's why you can be
mm,
hurt. So all those things are put into us to make us completely human. So your emotion is not a bad thing, right? But before the end of this, we are going to see how you can manage the emotions, especially the negative ones. Now, when you're talking about managing your emotions, of course, it's good to be happy. That's an emotion. It's good to be joyful. That's an emotion, right?
mhm,
But there are some emotions that make us make decisions that are not so good. There are some
mhm,
emotions that make you make decisions that when you look back, you wonder, am I the one that made this decision? What was I thinking? So there are some
mhm,
emotions that make you feel that way as well. So like I said, God gave us all of these emotions, and the challenge now begins when our emotions start to make our decision for us, as
mm,
against you having control over your emotion. And that's the problem. Many people make decisions based on their emotions. So how can you master your emotions, basically? So they tell you something is happening, but they shouldn't decide what you do. That's what your emotions do. Your emotions will let you know that you don't like something that happened. You don't like an occurrence. You don't like how somebody treated you. You don't like how something went down, right?
mm,
But they tell you those things, but they are not meant to control you. That is
yeah,
what your emotions are there for, right?
mm,
So there are some signs for many young people, for many young ladies, from many young girls. They allow their emotions make decisions for them. They
mm,
allow their emotions make decisions for them, and so they are not in their when they are angry, they just act. When they are sad, they just act. When they are tired, they just act. And that is your emotion making a decision for you. So,
mm,
because I know that there are several young girls that are in this, that form in that fall into this category, I want to point out some signs that will make you understand that you're being controlled by your emotions. There's some
mm,
signs that shows that you are being controlled by your emotions. Number one sign is that you react before you think.
mm,
You react before you think. So when you react before you think, your emotion is controlling you.
mm,
You're being controlled by your emotion. So in every situation, and this applies to not only young people, even adults as well. So if there's an adult that is on this call right now that is here, that you're going to get one or two things as well. So there are some times that you discover that you react, you're not thinking, something happens, and you just react immediately. You're not thinking, okay, maybe this is what informed this person's reaction. Maybe this is what happened. Maybe this is something that show that you are thinking before you react. But when you react before you think, that means your emotion is controlling you. Another way or another sign that shows that you're being controlled by your emotion is that your mood determines how you treat people. Your mood determines how you treat people. And as a young girl, your mood is going to be all over the place. It's part of puberty. It's part of puberty. You're going to be having mood swings. And so if your mood is down, if you're in that place where your mood is down, and then you react to people in a bad way because you are in a bad mood, then you are allowing your emotions to control you. So your mood should not determine how you treat people. Your mood should not be able to, it should not determine how you treat people. And we are going to see that shortly about how you can manage your emotions so that other people are not affected by whatever it is that you're dealing with. So if your mood determines how you treat people, then your emotion is controlling you. Another sign to note that you're being controlled by your emotions is that you say things that you will later regret. You say things that you later regret because you did not think. Remember, the first thing is that you react before you think. So because you did not think when you were going to say that thing, or when you're going to behave, or when you were going to respond, you're probably going to say something that you will regret. You're probably going to react in a way that you're going to regret. And so somebody's going to ask you, I mean, when you go back and play it back, maybe at the end of the day, for example, you're trying to replay your day in your head. And then you're thinking, am I the one that said this? Am I the one that behaved like this? Am I the one that responded like this? All these things shows that you allowed your emotions to control you. And so you would probably regret what you did because your emotion was controlling you. So that's another sign. Another sign that shows that you're being controlled by your emotion is that you make major decisions when you are angry or when you're excited. And I like that it's in two ways. So there is a positive emotion and there is a negative emotion. So when you are making major decisions when you are angry, you are being controlled by your emotions. When you are making major decisions when you are overexcited, you are being controlled by your emotions. Because it's easy for us to say, you made that decision because you were angry. That's why you just packed your bags. That's why you just slammed the door. That's why you just did that. But do you know that you can also make a wrong decision when you are overexcited? It's very possible that you make a wrong decision, or you make a decision, it might not even be wrong, but at that point, maybe later on, you discover that if I had known, I should have done better.
Commitment.
So it's important that you are calm when you want to make decisions. You are not overly excited. You are not too angry. Your emotions are in a balanced place when you are making decisions. So if you're making decisions when you are too angry, when you're angry, or when you're overexcited, then your emotion is controlling you. Another sign to look out for that shows that you are being controlled by your emotions is that you withdraw whenever you are hurt. And many people belong to this category. Many people belong to this category. It's okay, you're hurt. You want to protect yourself. You don't want to be hurt again, and so you're trying to guard yourself. But there is a place for you have withdrawn a little bit for a while. It's okay to come back out of your shell. Some people, because of that, they have built walls around them. And so they're not allowing people to come into their lives. They're not allowing new friends in. They are not allowing, they can't even speak to their parents. They don't even
mm,
have somebody that they can speak to because they have been hurt before. So if you're
mm,
someone that you withdraw when you're being hurt, then you're being controlled by your emotions, because the truth about this life is that you will be hurt.
mm,
People will hurt you. You cannot
mm,
always have things going rosy for you. You cannot always have things all perfect for you. People will hurt you. That is the reality of life. And so if somebody hurts you today, you withdraw. Tomorrow someone hurts you, you withdraw. Next tomorrow someone hurts you, you withdraw. 4 days after someone hurts you, withdraw. I don't understand the kind of life you want to live.
mm,
So you cannot continue to live that life that makes you constantly withdraw when you are being hurt. So that's why you need to be able to master your emotions, so that even when you are hurt, you can still function.
mm.
You can
That's
still
okay.
function. All right. So that's another sign that shows that you're being controlled by your emotions. Another sign, which is maybe where I'm going to stop when it comes to the signs, is that you allow people's opinions to define your worth.
Mm,
You allow people's opinions to define your worth. See, my dear girl, people will
mm.
always have an opinion about you. There
Yeah.
is nothing that you can do about it. They would have an opinion about you. Some people will say you are too loud. Some people will
Mm,
say you are a snob.
mm,
Some people will say you are not friendly. Some people will
mm,
say you are not good enough. Some people will say your own is too much. Some people will say you are not fine. And so
mm,
many things that people would say,
mm,
right? And so when they say things that, especially if you're on social media,
mm,
if you're on this call and you're on social media, you have
mm,
people that will always say something. They will
mm,
say something about you. They will say something about your post. They will say something about you. Then when you say, I was on TikTok one day, and I saw a particular young girl, a young lady. I think she's 15 or thereabout, and she was singing. She has a very beautiful voice, and she was singing. And she uploaded it on TikTok. Beautiful voice, sonorous voice and everything. But the comments under that post, oh my goodness, people, people are mean. People are mean. They were saying things about how she looks. Why is her face like that? Why is this one? And I'm wondering, why are you not focusing on the song? Why are you focusing on something? I don't understand. So people's opinion would always be there. And so
mm,
if you are living your life based on people's opinion, you're going to
mm.
live a miserable life.
Yeah.
You're going to be miserable. So
Mhm,
people would always have an opinion about you. You are too thin. You are too dark. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to do this. Why are you even doing that? It's not your specialty. It's not this one. It's not that one.
mm,
And then you're allowing all of those things to get at you. You're allowing it to get at you. And so things that you're supposed to be, you that you're supposed to be a superstar and a shining light, they're supposed to be
mm.
doing everything that God has created you and designed you to be. You are not doing all of those things because of what people would say.
See.
And you're not living the best life that God wants you to live because of what people would say. So if you are allowing people's opinion to define you, to define your worth, to define who you are, then you are being controlled by your emotions. Do you want to add something, Madam Cecilia, before we continue?
Um, Thank you for the powerful um wealth of wisdom. Yeah, and it's important the way you've let our female girl child understand that they are not in an island. Whatever they are feeling regarding people's opinion about them will always be, and they have to. I think number one thing they have to know what they want. If you don't know what you want in life, people will toss you back and forth. But if you know
Yeah,
what you want, you can also be firm uh, in getting what you want without allowing what other people is saying or doing to affect you or toss you back and forth
yeah,
and affect your opinion. But we
yeah,
are in such a world that uh, as a child is being born and the child can identify good from bad, it is important that the child know what he or she wants in life. And we're talking to girls who are going to be in turn a wife, a lady, a woman, a wife, and they will pour into their own children in the future. So it's important that you know what you want. I think that's number one. If you know what you want, no matter what people are saying, it will get to you little. And when you want to react, you will react in effective way, still trying to get your uh, what you want across. And if that cannot be done, then it's okay. Uh, don't make it what is not going to go well with both parties. And you're going to meet so many people in life, even at schools, you know, churches and all that. Your friends, they're going to toss you back and forth. So you have to be strong. You have to know whose you are, what you want, align that with God's purpose for your life, and live out your life. You can never please everybody. Maybe you're doing well, people will still talk about you. If you're
Yeah.
doing bad, we'll talk about you. So pick your battles. Don't
Mm-hmm.
let people's opinions toss you back and forth. You're gonna get angry with everybody if people's opinions are tossing you back and forth. Um, so I think that will help you. And be conscious, whatever we do. Even the Bible says that whatever you do, do it to the glory of God. Make sure that in whatever you're doing, you can back it up with the Bible. You know that what you're doing is in line with what God will want you to do. Don't
Mm-hmm.
deviate from that. Let that be your standard. Whatever the word is throwing at you, irrespective of whosoever you met on your journey, just let the word of God be your guiding light at every point, even when you want to drink water. Let it be your guiding light. I think that's the most important thing. And treating people the way you want to be treated. That's also very, very important. And above it all, yeah, you will be tossed back and forth. You will meet the kind people, the mean people, the worst people. You shouldn't let
Mm-hmm.
whatever they do affect your opinions
Yeah.
about who you are. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Okay. So, um, let's talk about some emotional triggers, negative emotion triggers. So that the idea is for you to see yourself and know some things that could trigger you having negative emotions. So if somebody has constantly, and I know that, your parents would have told you, you get angry easily, you are always moody, you are always sad, you just want to be this way. I know that your parents would have told you, your caregivers, your siblings, your friends would have told you all of those things. And maybe you're wondering, okay, so what triggers me? Why do I usually feel this way? Some of you have gone back to think over and over again, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and you've not been able to put your hands on it or your fingers on it. It could be any of these things that I want to mention. So there are some things that could trigger your negative emotion. And I'm going to mention a few of them. Number one trigger could be comparison.
Hmm.
Comparison is a negative emotion trigger. If you compare yourself, and I know that in all our previous episodes, in one way or the other, we have always talked about comparison,
Yeah.
because comparison has a way of stealing your joy. It has a way of stealing your happiness. So when that is taken away from you, I mean, when you are comparing yourself to someone, you are sad,
Hmm.
and sadness is a negative emotion. Sometimes
Hmm.
you are jealous. Jealousy is a negative emotion.
Hmm.
Sometimes you are angry. Anger is which is a negative emotion. So comparing yourself can be a trigger. Do not compare yourself to anybody on social media, in your class, at home, even your sibling, your cousin. Don't compare yourself to anybody. That they that compare themselves with themselves are not wise. So if you are comparing yourself with somebody, I am sorry to announce to you that Bible says you are not wise. And so comparison is a trigger for negative emotion. So don't compare yourself to anybody. Another trigger is feeling left out. When you feel left out, when you're feeling left out, that could trigger negative emotions. Everybody is they're just all of them, they are just friends, they just left me alone, they just have this thing, or maybe they invited all the people in your class for a birthday party. You were not invited. You could feel left out. Maybe you want to belong to a particular friend, to a particular group of friends, and they don't just want you to be part. So all this can make you, may trigger the negative emotion because you're and feeling left out can come in any of these situations that I mentioned earlier. I was talking to a young girl some weeks ago, and she was talking about the fact that she has a group of friends that she has, they are just they just decided to be friends with somebody else, and they left her alone. And she was feeling left out. She was feeling like, what is wrong? She was just tired, frustrated and all of that. Those are emotions, and they're negative emotions that came from a place of feeling left out. And I told her, I said, it's not a crime to walk alone. And I reminded her, go back and read chapter 1 of the in between. You are created not to fit in, but to stand out. So don't feel bad because everybody does not want to be. At some point, I told her, see, at some point, it's just a girl thing. At some point, after a while, they will still come back again to you again. It's just a girl thing. Maybe there is something that they are enjoying from that person. That's why they went there. And after a while again, they will come like, okay, this person does not have this thing, or this person has this part of, that I want. So why would you have all the negative emotions because you feel left out for a season? And it's just a season. It's just a season. So feeling left out could be a trigger, for negative emotion. Friendship drama is more like feeling left out that I mentioned earlier. The truth is that many girls tie their happiness to one best friend. Many girls tie their happiness to one best friend. So when something happens, when there is a friendship drama, and that person is saying you're not my friend again, or the person is getting close to another person, and all of that, you're feeling you're jealous of that person, you are angry, you're frustrated, and all the negative emotions begins to play out because of friendship drama. Friendship can change you. So don't allow friendship to change who you are. Don't allow friendship to have too much power over you. If you allow it to have too much too much power over you, when things don't go your way, jealousy and envy are negative emotions that when they come on you, you are going to react in a way that you feel like, am I the one that behaved like that? Even you'll be surprised at yourself. You'll be surprised at yourself because of the way you acted. So friendship drama can be a trigger for negative emotion. Academic pressure can be a trigger for negative emotions. You have like 12 or 13 subjects or courses, and maybe you're not getting the hang of it. You have a deadline. You have an assignment that you have to submit in 2 or 3 days time, and you have not gotten you don't even understand where to start from or how to go about it, they can cause or trigger your negative emotions. Family conflicts can trigger your negative emotions. Maybe daddy and mommy are not in the same page. Maybe mommy is fighting, mommy and daddy are always quarreling. Maybe there is something that is going on in your family, maybe financially. Maybe they cannot meet up to all the things that you need. Different kinds of family drama and family conflict can trigger negative emotions. Another one is crushes and heartbreak. I promised that we're going to talk about crush, and we're going to one of these days. Crushes and heartbreak can trigger negative emotions. That boy that you like that boy that you like is talking to another girl and is not giving you face. You can it can trigger negative emotion. It can trigger your negative emotion. Your body image and your appearance, when you are comparing yourself to another person, you don't like your body, you are not you don't have you are not you have not bloomed the way somebody in your class has, you have not bloomed the way your friend has, they don't have all the features, you don't have all the features, you don't like your face, you don't like your appearance, you are too round, you are too thin, you are too this. All these things can trigger negative emotions. And then hormonal change. Remember, I said that this stage that you are, your hormones are going to be everywhere. It's puberty. Your hormones are going to be everywhere. So sometimes as girls, you can just be angry. What's wrong with you? I don't know. What's wrong with you now? I don't know. And the truth is, you actually don't know. You are just angry. You are just sad. You are just listening. You don't just know what is wrong with you. You just want to be left alone. It could be your hormones that is making you feel like that. So all of these things that I mentioned are things that can trigger your negative emotions. So I had to list them out so that if you remember that I said negative emotion is not a bad thing. It is what God created with us. Positive and negative emotion is what God created with us. But the ability to manage it is what you need. Mastering your emotions and managing your emotions, that's what you need. Do you want to add anything before I go ahead?
We actually have a question from Oluwatishe. She was asking us about at times it feels hard for her to make a decision, and at times she felt left out. I would like us to help her, at least dropping maybe one or two wisdom nuggets on how she can navigate this when she's been faced with that issues. So I don't know,
I
maybe you
don't
want
think
to.
I don't think I got that question.
So she said sometimes she feel left out, and she said sometimes it's difficult to make a decision.
Okay. So what's the question? I'm trying to find the question here myself.
I didn't want to cast
Sometimes
her
you
feel left out. Then sometimes it's difficult to make a decision. And she's a
okay.
teenager. Yeah, she's a teenager.
Okay.
She should be in middle school now. Sorry, maybe high school. So I just want us to speak to that, so that
Okay.
we can help her. We can
Okay,
help her.
so like I said earlier on, that it's part of life to sometimes feel left out. You cannot always be among the you cannot always be part of something is happening. I'm here. They are doing something here. They call you here. You cannot always be there. So it's part of life. So I want you to understand that sometimes you will feel left out. I want you to understand that you cannot always be part of, and it hurts more if you are somebody that makes things happen. It hurts more when you are somebody that makes things happen, and then you that make things happen now, you now feel like they left you out or you're
Sideline.
sidelined. Yes, or they sidelined you. So it will be more hurtful. But I want you to understand that that is part of, you cannot always be part of what is happening. At some point, you are going to be the new girl at a place. At some point, you're going to be the one that they don't agree with. So it is part of life. It's part of life to feel left out sometimes. Okay. So when you understand that, it doesn't get to you as much. Do you understand? So that's why I'm saying that there are some of these things that when you understand that not everything can go my way. So when things don't go your way, it doesn't get to you as much. Not everybody is going to like me. So when you get to a place that somebody does not like you, it doesn't get to you as much. So you need to understand that being left out would happen to you at one point in your life or the other. So don't let it get to you. Now, talking about making decisions.
Decision.
Now, talking about making decisions, there are some people that can make decisions fast. There are some people that can make decisions on the dot, on the spot. But there are some people that it takes time for them to make decisions. So if you are part of the people that it takes time for you to make your decision, that is you mastering who you are. That is you knowing your person, that it takes me time to make decisions. And so, because you know it takes time to make decisions, when you know that, you start planning yourself ahead so that it doesn't come to you, suddenly and then you don't know what to do. There are some times that you don't have the time, though. There are some things that you have to be able to make a decision on the spot. And you have to grow into it. You have to be intentional rather, about growing into it. About growing into, I need to be able to learn how to make decisions on the spot. I need to be able to learn how to make decisions on time. I need to be able to learn. So you grow into it. You can read books that can help you. You can speak to a mentor that can help you. Do you understand? But then again, if your own personality is that you don't make decisions on time, it is okay to not make decisions immediately. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that there are some times that you also need to be able to learn how to make decisions on the spot. So when you master, so I've answered in two ways now. If you're talking about making decisions,
On the spot.
maybe long decisions at the long run, then start planning, start thinking about it ahead of time, so that in no distant time you would have made a decision. Then if it has to do with decisions that you're making on the spot, you need to be able to grow into it. And it's something that you need, because it's not every time that you have time to go and think about it. It's not every time. So you need to intentionally grow into it. And it's good that you're mastering yourself. You know it. So when you know, you can work on it. I believe that
Thank you so
answers it.
much. Yeah, it was actually the younger
So
sister that was
should I
asking
go
the
ahead?
question. Yes, ma. It was the younger sister that was asking the question for the sister, because she said the sister used to tell her that, and I believe Oluwatishe, she's been able to get the one or two things out of this, how she can deal with that situation. That no matter what, you always be new. You will always be like a newcomer at some point in life. At some place,
Yeah.
in some places, you always be a newcomer. It's okay, and it's okay for you to study people before you start interacting with them, so that you don't get yourself into uh, any issue. And even if you're not new there, if people are not talking to you or carrying you along, it's okay for you to just be you. Because as times goes on, everything will fall in place. But don't look down on yourself because of that particular act. Wear your crown with all dignity. Carry yourself with all dignity, knowing whose you are, and praying to God to help you in making decision. It's so funny that when we invite God into things, as little as you want to drink water, should you do that? You want to go somewhere, do I need to do this? God will always answer you back. It's only when we don't invite God. So uh when you're stuck in making decision, invite God, ask Holy Spirit to direct you on what to do, how to go about it. And you'll be shocked at what you're going to get from Him. I've done it several times, and it works like a magic. So if it can work for adults, God is still the same, irrespective of age. He answers all. It's only what you don't invite God into that you don't get a solution to. So God has solution for everything that we're facing. So
Yeah.
Luatisha, when you're stuck, ask sweet Holy Spirit to help you. What should I do? How should I go about it? You will be shocked what is going to reveal to you and how it's going to help you. Yeah, you can go ahead, ma.
Awesome. 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 Okay, so let's move into emotional intelligence. So
Mm,
emotional intelligence is understanding your emotions as well as that of other people. Understanding your emotions as well as that of other people. So
mm,
when you are emotionally intelligent, you recognize the feelings of other people. You are not stuck up in your own world alone. You're not thinking about yourself alone. You're thinking also about other people. So when somebody behaves in a certain way, you understand that okay, this person is coming from a particular place. Maybe you give excuses for them so that it does not hurt you so much. Intelligence is also understanding the feelings of others.
mm,
Intelligence is expressing yourself respectfully. So you don't just talk to people anyhow. You understand that the person you're talking to is also a human being that has something that they
mm,
are. If you can go through something, the other person you're talking to too is going through something.
yes.
If you are angry, the other person is probably tired.
Mm,
If you are hungry, the other person is probably sleepy. So
mm,
when you're emotionally intelligent, you understand that there is people also are going through something. That your friend that you said something is probably reacting because of something.
mm,
So emotional intelligence also helps you to make wise decisions, even when your emotions are all over the place. You're making the wise decisions. That's why I said there is a place for balance, and so the balance that you need is emotional intelligence. So when you understand your feeling, you understand the feeling of other people, you don't get angry easily. You don't get hurt easily. You don't get jealous. You understand that okay, this is why this is happening. God has made this possible for this person. My own too is coming. Or this is happening for this person. I know that I would have my own too. These people are doing something with this person now. Even though I feel left out, my own time is coming too that I'm going to do something. So emotional intelligence will not make you overthink things. It will help you to manage yourself and understand where other people are coming from. And that is a very good thing for your mental health. It's a very good thing for you because you will just be angry as everybody. Human beings have there are different orishirishi people in this world that you're going to meet. And each person has one or two things that they are going through. If they open their mouth and tell you that this is something that is happening in my family, or this is something that is happening to my parents, or this is something that is happening in my body, or I'm sick or something, you'll be surprised, you'll be shocked at what you're going to hear. So I want you to understand that everything life does to they're all way to deal with it. So they won't deal with it the way you will. They are dealing with it in their own way. And so it might not go your way. But when you're emotionally intelligent, it does not affect you. So, how do you master your emotions? Number one is that you learn to pause before reacting. Remember when we're talking about the triggers then? I mean, some signs some signs that shows that your emotion is controlling you. We're talking about the fact that you react before you think. So how do you master your emotions? You learn to pause before reacting. It's not everything that you react about. It's not everything. It's okay to be quiet sometimes and think about it. You don't have to give an answer immediately. You don't have to. So learn to pause before answering some things. There are some times that for those of you that have phones, for example, let me give you example. There are some things that I don't reply immediately, because if I reply immediately, I might reply in a way that is not going to be palatable to the other person. So I'll take some time and digest where that message can be coming from. Okay, so what's the angle? Where's what's I try to think about it, because if I react based on what I saw on the first message I see, I might say something that is going to be hurtful. So that's emotional intelligence. That's why I said you need to be emotionally intelligent as a young girl. It will help you in your journey of life. It will help you in your journey of life. So learn to pause before reacting. You don't have to react everything. Another way you can master emotion is to name the feeling. How do I feel? I don't even know what is wrong with me. I don't even know. I just want to be left alone. What is wrong with you? Name it. Are you angry? Are you hurt? Are you hungry? Because hunger can also make you react in a certain way. Are you tired? Are you feeling disappointed? Are you jealous? What is it? Sometimes there are some negative emotions that you don't want to say that this is what I'm feeling. But if you name it, it helps you to understand, how can I be feeling this way? I should not be feeling this way. And then you call yourself back to order. But if you're living in denial, you're leading, no, I'm not jealous. No, I'm not afraid. I'm not something. I'm not that. Then there's no how. Now, the third way to master your emotions is to separate your feelings from the facts. Separate it. Do you know that you are not always right? So when you separate your feelings from the facts, it makes you understand that, okay, this is the you rejected does not mean that you are actually a rejected person. Because you feel that you are left out does not mean that you are left out. The fact that you feel like you failed a course, you failed something, does not mean that you are a failure. So separate your feelings. That thing that you are feeling right now, that's not who you are. That's not who you are. That's not the fact. That's the feeling. But if you start behaving based on that feeling, then it's going to affect you. You begin to define it. I am a failure. I am rejected. I am this. You now begin to take all of those negative things, and then you're absorbing it. This is, I am this. I am that. That is not who you are. Separate your feelings from the fact. The fact remains the fact. You failed that course. Maybe you did not study well. You failed that subject. You didn't do the assignment, and so maybe you didn't study well enough. It does not mean that you're a failure. Because you wanted to join the music club or you wanted to join the dance club and they rejected you, does not mean that you are going to continually be a rejected person. So I'll say that again. Separate your feelings from your facts. It will help you to manage and master your emotions. And then the fourth one is guard your heart. Guard what feeds your emotions. Do you know that as small as music is, it can affect your emotions? I was listening to someone and she was telling me about and she was talking about one of her daughters that listens to I don't want to mention the name of the musician now, but that person's music is always very sad. This thing. So the child is always sad and moody and everything. She said she was just going through a child's playlist. And then she saw that, what was all this kind of music that you are listening to, for God's sake? And then, she had to delete all those musics and give her something that could, make her, jumpy and excited and happy and all of that. So sometimes the things that you consume can affect you. If you consume things that will make you happy, you'll be a happy person. But if you consume things that will make you feel sad, you will be a sad person. So guard your heart from the things that you get into you. The kind of movies that you see, the kind of places that you go, the kind of friends that you keep, the kind of conversations that you have. Guard your heart from those things because they can also inform your emotions. Okay, so what if I wouldn't know the specific thing that is affecting my emotions? How would I be able to tell what to guard my heart from? That's why this what we're talking about is huge, is large. So what this topic is supposed to do is to help you to find yourself. We have talked about several things. We have talked about triggers. I don't know if you had joined when we're talking about triggers. You need to be able to find what triggers you. And now when I'm talking about what triggers you, if it triggers you now, it does not mean that when you come out of it, tomorrow is not going to trigger you. But once you know that this is a trigger, you know that you run away from things like that will trigger you. If it's a particular person that constantly makes you feel sad, you know that you're not supposed to be around that person. So you need to find your trigger. You need to find your trigger. And don't forget also that I said there are some that can be just hormonal. There are some that those ones that are hormonal, there's nothing you can do about it. It's biology. There's nothing you can do about the hormonal one. So when you feel like you have thought about everything, there is nothing that is affecting your emotion, then maybe it's hormonal. Then you consciously bring yourself out of it. I am not going to be sad. I am not going to be angry. I am not going to be, just you will be sad. It's part of life. But don't stay in the place of sadness. Don't stay in that place. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all of the things that I mentioned about triggers, look at them. One of them could be your trigger. But if you have looked at all of them and it's not any of those, it could be hormonal. And so if it is hormonal, you know that there is nothing you can do about the hormonal ones. What you can do, sleep, rest. We will get there anyway. Sleep, rest, drink water, listen to good music. Decide that you're not going to be sad. I believe that answers your question, Tishe. And then the last one about managing your emotions is pray. Pray. Pray about everything. Pray about everything. Pray and tell God, God, help me to manage my emotions. I need you to help me to invite. Emotion is a very strong thing. Emotion is a very, very strong thing. And so sometimes you cannot control it by yourself. You might want to, but you cannot. So you need God. You need to invite God into the equation. Lastly, before we call it a night, there are healthy ways that will help you process your emotions. So instead of bottling your emotions and then you just explode, there are some things that would help you. And that's what I was trying to mention to Oluwatishe the other time. I've talked about prayer. Invite God to help you. Pray. Another thing is to journal. Sometimes writing would help you. Writing will help you. So if you don't have a journal as a young girl, I want to encourage you to go and get one. Tell your parents to get you a journal. Write your thoughts down. Sometimes when you write it down, it's like you're pouring out your heart to somebody, you're talking to somebody, but the difference is that you're writing it down. By the time you finish writing it down, you feel better. So instead of getting angry and reacting and this thing, write it down. I felt sad because I felt rejected in school today because something, something, something. I just feel depressed because I just feel down because write it down. Write everything down. So journal. Talk to a trusted mentor. Talk to a trusted adult. Talk to Mama J if you have to. If you're feeling a certain way, these things can help you to process your emotions. So talk to a respected adult. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. There is always something in the Bible that will encourage you. Read the Bible. It will help you. Now, in the midst of it, in the heat of it, you can take a walk. You can exercise. By the time you have done exercise, you have jumped here, you took a run, you did this thing, you did exercise, you will be tired. You will not even remember that you were angry again or you were sad again or something. So you can do that. You can take a shower, sleep, go and sleep. When you wake up, you'll be okay. You'll feel better. Listen to uplifting music. It will help. Take some rest, take some sleep. Sometimes you can be cranky. If nothing is making you cranky, it's because you're tired. Eating. Hunger can make you angry. Hunger can make you cranky. Hunger can make you make the wrong decisions. Remember, you saw in the Bible, he was hungry and he sold his birthright. It's hunger that made him sell his birthright. So all these things would help you to manage your emotions. So I'm done with that. I don't know if Madam Cecelia wants to add something before I give us. I have questions that I want you to all go and answer.
I think you can go ahead, Ma.
Okay. So I believe that you all have your notes, your notepads. If you don't have, quickly get one. I want you to write these questions down. Because talking about emotions, like I said, emotion is a powerful thing. So it's not about you just listening. It's about you going to do something about it. So the first thing I want you to write down is, what emotions controls me the most? What emotions controls me the most? You know that I mentioned different emotions: anger, jealousy, sadness, happiness. There are different emotions. You can also make your own research on it. What emotions controls you the most? Is it happiness that controls you the most? Is it jealousy that controls you the most? Is it anger that controls you the most? I want you to write it down. Number 2, have your emotions ever made you lose a good friendship? Has your emotion ever made you lose a good friendship? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it a answer that? Number 3, what usually triggers my anger? Your negative. That is part of you mastering, understanding yourself. Remember, emotional intelligence is understanding yourself and your emotions as well as other people's. All right. So what usually triggers your negative emotions? And then the last one, how can you respond differently when you feel any of these negative emotions? How can you respond differently next time when you feel any of these negative emotions? So for this last one, maybe pick a scenario. Maybe think about something that happened to you. Think about something that happened to you and think about what you would have done differently. Think about what you have done differently. I believe you have gotten the questions. All right. So with that, I believe that you have learned about your emotions. You have learned that there are negative emotions and there are positive emotions. You've learned that God put all of those emotions there. So it is not a bad thing that you feel jealous. It's not a bad thing that you feel sad. It's not a bad thing you feel angry. But staying there is what is the bad thing. So managing your emotions is helping you to not stay in the place of negative emotions. You snap out of it as quickly as possible. You don't allow it to control you to make bad or wrong decisions.
Yeah, that is so powerful. Thank you so much, Mama J, for helping us with your deep wealth of wisdom to dissect this important topic today. And I am so glad and happy that we have our girls also actively listening and asking questions on how to manage their emotion, how to become a better place, so that together they can become a good advocate, a good child of God, and they can become who God has called them to be. And thank you, Mama G, for helping today. We really, really appreciate you. I think what I want to add is if there is any homework that you want them to do, maybe from the book, and I also want to ask our girls to please for next month to let us come on time so that we can at least look into what they've done regarding the book, so that we can help each other, we can help them uh, to learn more about the book, because that book is actually very, very rich and it's going to help them couple with what they are learning online. So, Mama J, I don't know, maybe you have any assignment for them for next month?
Yeah, I don't have an assignment for them because this assignment is a lot and I want them to really go and work on it.
Okay.
So, no, they are not working with the in between this month. We'll continue with that next month. So, they should go and
Okay.
work on this. And once they are done, when they are done with it, they can give, maybe they are a trusted adult, they can talk to anybody. And if they want to talk to me, um, you can always reach out to me. You already have my Facebook. You can send me a message in my DM.
Mhm.
I'm definitely going to see it. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So I believe they all got the question, and they're going to work on that because the goal is for us to help shape them to become who God has called them to be. And doing this assignment is also very, very crucial and important. So I'm going to encourage everyone watching, listening to please work on this assignment. There's another question from, I believe this is Oluwatofomi. Uh, what will happen if I feel depressed and I have nothing to tell to someone? Uh, Mama J, did you see that?
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah.
Why, how do you know you're depressed? That's why I'm laughing. How do you know you're depressed? Right? So I don't think that is it. I think that you're just feeling sad. I just think
Okay.
that you're just feeling sad and they now ask you why, what's wrong with you? Why are you moody? Why is your face like this? Some of you, when you're angry, you squeeze your face, do your mouth like
Mm.
this, do like this. So it's the place of depression comes when there is accumulation of sadness. You are sad
Mm.
every day, you are sad, and I don't think that is the situation with you. Like you're
Mm.
sad every time you're sad. Every time you're sad, you're gradually getting into the place of depression. So I want to say that I don't think that's the case for you. I think that maybe you're just sad. That is why this assignment is important. This
Mm.
assignment, I need a feedback. I don't know. You need to reply me.
Mm.
I'm going
Yeah.
to look out for your answer. Send me a DM on on my Facebook, or you can collect
Yeah.
my number.
You can,
You can collect my
or you
number
can
from
even
Madam
put your
Cecelia so that
email, your
yes,
email.
okay.
Let's put the
Aha.
email so
Yes,
that
my email.
they
My
send
email.
you.
Okay, so should I call that out or you're
Yes,
going to
yes.
send that
Let's
to
put the
her?
email so that they
Okay, my
send you.
email.
Mhm.
Oh, good. So my email is Desi Ajayi, DESSY one word, DESSYAJAYI @gmail.com. So I want you to think about it. So I think I want to work with Oluwatofumi, I believe. I want to work with you basically on this. I want to work with you. There is something that is triggering that emotion and you don't know what it is. So when they ask you, what is wrong with you? Nothing. I don't know. Nothing. I don't know. There is probably something. There is probably something that is triggering that. So that's why you need to go and think about it. I need you to think about it. I believe you got the questions. So
Yeah.
when you are able to answer, then we'll take it from there. When you're able to answer, you can take it from there. So the email is already showing. You can check it. I mean, my email is showing there, so you can send your assignment answer there, so that I can now work with you from there.
From there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mama J. And we really, really thank God for this wonderful time to be able to pour into our girl child. And we've sown the seed. Our prayer is that God will help them so that this seed will germinate and they will become who God has called them to be. And they will be
Amen.
useful to our world and to our generation at large. And to all the girl child watching us, thank you for joining us today. We hope that you've learned one or two things. Please make a date with us next month. It's going to be another interesting topic. But before then, don't forget to send in your assignment answer to Mama J. I believe every one of you have email address. So Debbie, Oluwatishe, Oluwatofumi, and other people watching us, please send your answer, your assignment answer to Mama J. Send it to the email. We're going to have something for whosoever work on their assignment. We're going to talk about this, maybe for the first 5 minutes next month. So please make sure that you do this. The goal of this program is to help you become a better person. And when we give you assignment to work on, that's going to help when you do it. Again, thank you for joining us and thank you for staying tuned with us. We're sorry that this program went 11 minutes over 1 hour. And we hope we're going to see you next time, next month. And until then, keep enjoying God's grace upon your life. And we love you so much. And myself and Mama J will see you back here. Thank you,
Love
everyone.
you.
Yeah. Love you all. Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Yeah.